I'm Marty O'Brien of the Daily Press and HR Varsity, and this is Pick 5, our weekly Bay Rivers District football prediction show presented by Pomoco Nissan and Danny's Glass. This week we're at Grafton High School where the Clippers are
all in.
Grafton will be playing Smithfield in the 4A 17-18 playoffs this week, and you come into the game 8-2. On my right here is linebacker Cole Evans. And Cole, just talk about why y'all have had such a successful season to this point.
We just came together as a team and played for each other.
Well said. And on my left here is right guard Hunter Brummett. And Hunter, I've been doing this a long time, and I can't remember a team that had to play the same team the very next week in the playoffs. What's it like to have to prepare for the same opponent?
It's definitely a tough experience. I mean, you know, we didn't give our best shot last Friday night. We played them for our last regular season game. We weren't prepared correctly. You know, we didn't execute plays, but they gave us our best for what we saw last Friday, but they haven't seen our best yet, so we're definitely going to be ready for them this Friday.
All right, and that game will be at Smithfield at 7 o'clock on Friday. And as Hunter said, Grafton was a little bit banged up last week, and Smithfield played a great game. I think it's going to be much closer this week, but I'm going to go with the Packers because they have the home field, and they did have the win last week. I can go with them 28-21. Then also on Friday in the 4A East 17-18 playoffs, Lafayette will be hosting Denby at Wanner Stadium, and that's a 10-0 Lafayette team against 3-7 Denby. So I think Lafayette's almost going to be able to pick its score, and I'm going to pick that score to be 48-7. Two games in the 3A East 25-27 playoffs on Friday, beginning with Poquoson at Lakeland. They met in the second round a year ago, and Poquoson won that 28-0, but Lakeland's got almost the entire team back, including their athletic quarterback and running back. And Poquoson, while they've had a good season, has to improve on its form of the past 2 or 3 weeks just to keep the game close. I think the Islanders will keep it close, but I'm going to pick Lakeland here 21-10. And then on Friday, Tab is going to make a long bus trip over to South Hill to play Parkview. The number 7 Tigers are going to come in as a underdog against Parkview, which has a lot of team speed, something that can hurt Tab a little bit. But Tab has played very well the last month or so. I picked them to upset Poquoson by a point last week, and they did win the game by a point. So I'm going to pick them again by a point, beating Parkview 21-20. And then on Saturday, it's going to be number 8 War Hill at number 1 Phoebus at Darling Stadium in the 3A East playoffs. And it's been a good accomplishment for War Hill to get into the playoffs for a second consecutive year. But the Lions are going to have a tough go against Phoebus, which I think is going to win that game by a 38-7 score. And with that, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us on Pick 5, presented by Pomoco Nissan and Danny's Glass. And I'd like to thank the football players here at
Grafton High School.
Join us again next week.